Hello guys, how's it going? Welcome to Reel Me In, a movie podcast, where you didn't really ask for it, but hey, I'm going to give it to you anyways. This is a podcast where I talk about anything, everything, and well, anything about movies. My name is Chase Lee, and this is episode 63, and you guys are probably wondering, why does the sound a little better than usual, and not like it's a tin can that was ruddled through the mud or something? Well, to let you guys know, after 63 episodes on air, I have finally gotten a microphone. So I am using it. It is a blue microphone, and it looks like a snowball. So it looks like I am crazy and talking directly into a snowball. So hopefully it's better quality for you guys. I think after 62 episodes of enduring my prepubescent high-pitched voice, I think you finally deserve it. So that is that. So the sound should be better, guys. Let me know in the comments below if it's a huge difference or if you can't really tell at all. Hopefully you can. I mean, this is I'm a little disappointed because this microphone was supposed to make me sound like a Rocket Raccoon from Guardians of the Galaxy, you know, talking that really cool, badass, deep undertone, but I guess not. I'm gonna take it back and give my money back. So, no, I'm just kidding with you guys. All right, so for this week, the Super Bowl just ended like 20 minutes ago, so I'm going to be going over all the movie trailers that dropped during the Super Bowl and give you my thoughts on those. And I'm going to give you guys the news that came out this week because there was a lot of pieces of news. And, of course, box office results for the weekend. And I'm going to close this out. I've had a guest on every single week for the past 4 weeks on this show. So it's kind of weird to actually be by myself today. But people are busy. It's hard to get people. But hopefully you guys can withstand me. So let's start with the news this week. And that would be Emma Watson is going to play Belle in Beauty and the Beast. I'm okay with this. When I first heard about it, I thought to myself, this is actually perfect. I think Emma Watson's a fantastic actress. Outside of Harry Potter, she's done fantastic films. The best one she's done so far, in my opinion, after the Harry Potter franchise, The Perks of Being a Wallflower. That movie's absolutely, it's heartbreaking, authentic, and just raw, and she gives a fantastic performance, even though it's Logan Lerman's movie. So that's my favorite film, like post Harry Potter. But playing Belle in Beauty and the Beast, I'm okay with. I think she's got a lot of chops on her, and I think that she can pull this off. And I mean, if they got any other actress, I probably might care just a little bit more, but this is Emma Watson. She's got severe talent. That made it seem like she had disease or something. No, she has talent. She's got this. I think this is fantastic news, but that's just me, though. The next piece of news is that Chris Weitz is going to write a standalone Star Wars film. You're probably just like, who the fuck is Chris Weitz or Weitz? And I'll tell you who the fuck Chris Weitz or Weitz is. He is one of the guys that has got me into what I do today. And by what I mean by that is that he and his brother Paul produced one of my very first like raunchy R-rated comedies I saw, and that would be American Pie. He also wrote and directed About a Boy. He directed the second Twilight movie, which we will not mention because I'm sure he regrets it every single night by going to a bar somewhere at 3 a.m. and like drinking himself sick. So for him to write a standalone Star Wars movie, you know, I'm okay with it. Like it's not like something I'm jumping up and down about. You guys know I love American Pie. I worship the movie. But you know, directing Twilight and you know, About a Boy was good. You know, a lot of people think About a Boy was fantastic. It was okay. I mean, Hugh Grant was Hugh Grant. You know, being that bumbling, you know, British doof that's just like, oh boy, I forgot your name, and you know, can I get your phone number? Like, he's like the most like confused, like stuttering protagonists in films. Like he plays the same guy, and About a Boy is pretty much the same. But I mean, it was an okay movie. To write a standalone Star Wars movie, you know, if he's the one that the studios went to and were just like, oh, you can do a good job. Maybe he did a spec script for it. Maybe he's got a nice spin on it. I'm totally down for it. I just think it's really kind of cool that, you know, one of my favorite comedies in my lifetime, you know, was produced by this guy. So I'm all on board. So yeah, good for that. The next piece of news is that Mission Impossible 5 is moving from December 25th, which is Christmas, and for all my international viewers, that's the holiday of the gift gorging, and it has moved to July 31st. What the fuck? That is... You got some serious balls, Paramount. You are just like, hey guys, listen, I want to go to work, and I want to wear ballless chaps, and I want my balls to be just hanging out for everyone to see, to show everyone that we are so fucking confident that we're going to push it up 6 months. That's impressive. Now, listen, I understand why they did it. I think there's two reasons why they did it. One is because, let's face it, Star Wars opens 7 days before that. Do you really want to be in the heat of that? But at the same time, it's kind of programming. You know, when people see Star Wars is up and it's sold out or something, then they can go see Mission Impossible 5. The second reason why I think they moved it to July 31st is that look at Guardians of the Galaxy from last year. That came out at the beginning of August, and that became the highest grossing movie of the summer in August. So I think having it in that sweet spot, I think the filmmakers and the producers are confident, and I think they're just like, you know what? Fuck it. We're going to lay our big-ass balls on this table right now, and we're going to show people that we are ready to show this in 6 months, which is crazy because it's February. Like, it's February 1st at the recording of this podcast, which means they got to have a trailer or a teaser or something within the next month, I would assume. So, you know, props to you, Paramount, for having balls to move it up 6 months, but at the same time, you better have some trailers ready because, you know, yeah, you move it up, you might as well have some trailers ready. So that is the third piece of news. The fourth piece of news is kind of more rumor-based, and that is that Disney's kind of eyeing Chris Pratt to play Indiana Jones. Okay, here's the deal. I love Chris Pratt. I love the dude to death, and I'm pretty sure if we were to hang out, we'd probably go to a Dave & Buster's or something, have a beer, shoot some pool, play some bowling. He'd probably kick my ass and then go home and just enjoy more drinking or something. I don't know. He just seems like a cool-ass guy to hang out with. And I love him in Parks and Rec. I think Andy is one of the best characters in a comedy show. I think he was great in Guardians. I think you guys know where I'm going with this. But he does not have to be in everything. Now, yes, if he goes in the audition room and he kills it and that's what they want, sure, go for it. But don't just pick Chris Pratt because he's Chris Pratt and he's like super popular right now. Like, pick him because of his talent or how he's going to spin this character. Because yes, when you watch Guardians of the Galaxy, you see the cockiness and you see the arrogance, but you see the charm and the likability and the rogue badassery that is Star-Lord. And so he could totally pull off Indiana Jones. I just, you know, if he's the right guy for it, sure, but like, don't just, yeah, him because he's popular right now. Like, yay, like, just do it because he was good at the audition or something. So that's my thoughts on that. It'd be cool if he played Indiana Jones. I mean, he does fit the character. It's just, you know, he's in a lot nowadays and he is blowing up very fast. So let's calm down. It's okay. He will be around for a while because he just will. I mean, look, he's already in Guardians of the Galaxy. He's gonna be in the sequel. So just chill. Okay. The fifth piece of news is Ghostbusters Reboot. Their cast was announced, and they all have vaginas. The 4 cast members in the Ghostbusters Reboot are Kristen Wiig, Melissa McCarthy, Kate McKinnon from SNL, and Leslie Jones from SNL. What are my thoughts on this? I like it a lot, actually. I think they are all four funny women. Melissa McCarthy's been kind of going off the rails for me as of late. I like her in Bridesmaids. She was fine in The Heat, but she's starting to kind of do her shtick so much that she's not really bringing anything new to any film that she does. So I'm not getting sick and tired of her, but it's slowly getting there. I always like Kristen Wiig. I think she's hilarious, and she's a fantastic dramatic actress as well. You guys need to see the Skeleton Twins, not the Skeleton Key, the stupid horror movie with Kate Hudson. The Skeleton Twins with her and Bill Hader. It's a nice, charming little movie. And then Kate McKinnon. Oh dear God! You want to talk about SNL like being terrible? She's one of the only saving graces on that show. Her Justin Bieber impression alone will get you rolling and peeing in your pants. Like, she is so hilarious. And then Leslie Jones, like, she's recently added on, and she kills it in anything that she does on SNL. When she came out for the first time, she started like talking on the Weekend Update. It's like you know that she was going to go somewhere, and so she was in the film Top 5, directed by Chris Rock. I did not see it, but one of my friends said that he did see it, and she was really funny in it. So with this cast, and directed by Paul Feig, director of Bridesmaids and The Heat, I think this has the potential to be one of the funniest movies of next year, because it comes out, I think, in June 2016, something like that. And so it has the potential to be the funniest movie of next year. I think with these four and the director behind this, it's going to be a powerhouse of a movie. It's going to be hilarious. I think it's going to be on the same level as like a 21 Jump Street or like a 22 Jump Street or something like that. So these four as Ghostbusters, fucking sign me up, man. Like it just sounds hilarious, and I'm totally okay for it. So that is all the pieces of news, guys, for this week. If you have anything to comment on the news stories, comment that place to rub on my face and let me know. All right, so the Super Bowl just happened, and that was a hell of a game. I know this is not a sports podcast, but that was a fucking hell of a game. Stupid calls towards the end, but it's a hell of a game. I'm for neither team. It was a fun game to watch. It was intense. But some Super Bowl trailers dropped, and let's go over them. All right, so let's start with the top, Jurassic World. Now, this one was a minute long, and I liked it. I mean, it still had the same vibe from the original trailer that dropped around Thanksgiving. And it had a few more scenes, and it was more intense, but it still had that off-key piano in the background, which I really dig, by the way. It was good. It was a good trailer, and I'm really excited to see it. I mean, guys, I love the first Jurassic Park. The second one is neither here nor there, and the third one's enjoyable. It's not like great or anything, but it's fun to watch. I was 3 years old when the first Jurassic Park came out, and I never saw it in theaters, respectively, because if I did, then I would have fucking nightmares until, I don't know, now. Oh, fuck, that'd be terrible. Can you imagine, like, at 3 years old having, like, a fucking nightmare of a T-Rex, like, chasing you, and, oh, man. Now I'm gonna have to, like, sleep with a nightlight on now. Thanks, Jurassic Park. So I saw it in theaters in 2013, when it was re-released for the 20th anniversary in 3D, and I was blown away still. I was like, I've seen this movie a million times, but like seeing it in a theater, it is a theater experience. Like the sound design, the sound mixing, and just the animatronics and the special effects, everything just looks so good. It was like a movie. It was like movie magic. When you watch the second and third one in the theater, it's kind of like, I mean, that was fun, I guess, but it didn't have the magic of the first one. Now, the fourth one, Jurassic World, and it stars Chris Pratt, Jake Johnson, Bryce Dallas Howard, and probably some other people that I don't know. The trailer kind of gives off the tone of the first one, which I'm totally down for. It seems like it's getting back to its roots in a way, and I think this is going to be one of those theater experiences that's going to just be really enjoyable, really fun, and hopefully scare the living shit out of you. And then when you bring your kids to it, you can realize that you're a terrible parent, and they're going to grow up to be alcoholics. So the trailer was good. I'm going to see it regardless. The Super Bowl really did not have to, but I mean, you got to keep in mind, people that listen to this podcast, you guys and myself, we're part of the 1%, which means we know about movie news all the time because that's all we fucking talk about. That's all we think about. That's all I talk about every single week. But most people do not. And so when you have your trailer in front of 100 million people watching the Super Bowl, that's perfect. That's seriously perfect because not many people know it's coming out. Boom. Right there. Literally a third of America just saw your movie and hopefully they will see it. So, yeah, Jurassic World trailer was very good. I approve a lot. The next one is Tomorrowland. This is from Disney. It's from director Brad Bird, who directed Mission Impossible 4, Ghost Protocol, and The Incredibles. And it stars Hugh Laurie and George Clooney. And I really don't know what it's about. I still don't. There's 2 trailers that came out. The first one, I think it was like a few months back, and it was like a minute long. And it was basically this girl, like she was in juvie, she's getting out, and then she picks up this pin and takes her to this magical world, and that's it. And George Clooney, like, telling her some scientific shit. So in this one, it's a little bit more extended, but I still don't have any idea what it's about. It's pretty much, you know, this girl picks up the pin and she goes to Tomorrowland, and she kind of just looks around and stuff and discovers it. I actually am okay with the secrecy of this film because I really want to see it. It's intriguing. It really is, and I haven't seen Hugh Laurie in a good movie in a long time. Brad Bird is an amazing director. George Clooney's always good. The visual effects are outstanding. Like, it looks good. Like, really good. And so, I'm curious about Tomorrowland. I honestly don't want to know anything about it. I just want to kind of go in there blind and be blown away, hopefully. So, Tomorrowland gets the A-OK for me. Spongebob 2. Okay, now listen. Come on, guys. Come on! Okay, so... It's a SpongeBob trailer. This movie is not targeted towards me. It's targeted towards kids. And you know what's really sad is that, like, kids that will see this movie probably weren't even born when the first episode of SpongeBob came out, which was in 99, I believe. I was in 3rd grade, and so I remember watching the first episode. SpongeBob 2, Sponge Out of Water... SpongeBob 2 Spongiest. I don't know. It it looks like a SpongeBob movie, and I never saw the first one, so I can't really comment on that. But you know, I'll give this one the pass just because I think it did a good job just appealing to, you know, kids and stuff. If someone drags me to it or I lose a bet or something, I'll go see it. But I'm not like ooh, I gotta see SpongeBob 2 the Spongier right now. So. You know, SpongeBob 2, Sponge Out of the Toilet Water, it is what it is. I'll give it a pass. The next one, Terminator Genisys, I don't care. I really don't. When the first trailer came out, I saw it and I was like, okay. So, when this 30-second Super Bowl spot came out, I was... it just seems like they're flashing together a bunch of cool CGI scenes to get you in the theater, and I don't know if this is going to be good. I really did not like Salvation at all, and I really didn't. That's the 4th one, and I really didn't like Rise of the Machines at all. Like, number 2 is my favorite. Number 1's still good, but this one's just confusing. And you know what's really... Okay, I'm going to rant on the fucking title of it again. Genisys spelled with a fucking Y. Guess what, folks, of Terminator Genisys? When you type in Genisys with a Y on your fucking phone is autocorrecting you, telling you that you're a dumb shit, going, are you sure it's with a Y? It should be with an I. And you're just like, no, fuck you, it's with a Y. That's probably how they came up with the title. It's probably a fucking butt dial accident, and they're just like, oh, maybe we should probably go for it. It was probably on a drunk night or something while they were doing LSD and... cocaine, shit. Oh fuck, they probably die. But it just okay. Like, it was a trailer. Like, I really don't care. So it gets a thumbs down for me. So Terminator Genisys. Yeah, there it is. So the next trailer is Despicable Me 2, and it's basically just the little minions at a football game, and they're talking in their native language and stuff, and it's cute. I mean, I really want to see the movie just because I'm curious to see how they're going to stretch a whole movie into these characters. And like I said, the trailer was cute. It was funny. It was cool for the Super Bowl. And I'm sure it appealed to kids like a mofo. So I really liked Despicable Me. I like Despicable Me 2. And the Minions are the best part. Making them to a full-length feature, you kind of have to sit back and go, yikes, can you really make a full movie about a bunch of talking Twinkies and make it work that you can't really understand them? But then when you watch the actual Minions trailer that dropped a couple months back, it's actually really funny, and so I'm actually looking really forward to it. But its Super Bowl spot was just cute. It was cutesy. Bunch of talking Twinkies. That's what I like. I really want to eat them. So the next trailer is Pitch Perfect 2. Now, I really like the first Pitch Perfect. I'm getting tongue-tied, apparently. I am not scared to admit that. I saw the movie in theaters, and I was not dancing along because it makes me sound like I'm a 3-year-old at a Teletubby screening. But, I was tapping my foot, and I was like, dude, I'm getting into these beats. Like, these songs are actually really catchy and really fun. Like, the story's not, like, the best in the world. It's 2 a cappella groups going to, like, the state championship or whatever. But, like, I like the humor in it. It's sparsed out nicely, and it mixes well with the musical numbers and all that stuff. So, I'm okay with it. In the Pitch Perfect 2 trailer, like, it's just basically the characters, like, doing their thing, and I liked it. It gets me pumped for it because I really like the first one. I really want to see the second one. So the Pitch Perfect 2 trailers for the Super Bowl, thumbs up for me. The next trailer is Ted 2. This was a 30-second spot, I believe, and I really liked it. It was funny. When the original trailer came out on Tuesday, that was my stomach. Sorry. So, when the original trailer came out on Tuesday, the full 2.5-minute one, it was an okay trailer. It had a couple funny moments, but I'm really waiting for them to either kind of show all the funny stuff in the Red Band trailer, or not show much at all and just have us go in there and, like, save all the good stuff from the movie. I don't care, but, like, it seems like they're holding back, which is a good thing. Or it's a bad thing. It may be a bad movie, but I don't think so. I think it actually will be a fantastic, funny movie because I love the first one. It's such a good time. It's so raunchy and ridiculous. But this 30-second spot was just them, Ted and Mark Wahlberg. Hey, how's it going over there? It's me, Mark Wahlberg. I'm in Ted 2. Did you guys know I was in the first Ted? Well, I mean, that would kind of make a lot of sense since I was in Ted 1. I'll be in Ted 2, right? Yeah. I'm Mark Wahlberg. I'm an actor. So, this 30-second Ted 2 spot, it was just, a quick little scene. It was funny. It was giggly. But the trailer was, like I said, okay. I'm really hoping they're saving all the funny stuff for the movie or the Red Band trailer, but I'm still excited to see the movie. Just please, for the love of God, Seth MacFarlane, I love you to death, but do not make A Million Ways to Die in the West continuation. Please don't. And so the last trailer I'm going to talk about is actually my favorite trailer because it's reminiscent of the Fast and Furious 6 trailer, and that would be the Fast and Furious 7 trailer, or also known as Furious 7. Now, when the trailer started, it was like showing the same clips from like the original trailer that came out a while back. We've seen the same footage over and over again, but then they started going bigger and bigger and showing some of the big stunts and stuff. I like that and I don't like that. The reason why I don't like it is when they showed the Fast and Furious 6 trailer at the Super Bowl, the last shot was them taking down the airplane carrier. And it's like, well, that was a big pivotal part in the movie. Like, why would you show that in the Super Bowl? But I understand like showing it to like kind of pull in the audiences, but at the same time, it's like, man, that's like one of your biggest set pieces. Why are you blowing your wad now? Universal, keep it in your pants, tuck your boner in between your gooch or something, and just don't blow it on the Super Bowl trailer. But at the same time, I enjoyed the shit out of it. The Furious 7 trailer, oh dear God, like, I don't want to spoil anything for you guys, because if you want to save it for the movie, I understand. But it showed a lot of footage from the original trailer, and then it showed a lot of crazy-ass action scenes. And I'm talking like, these are bigger than Fast and Furious 6, and it's like, Jesus, when they keep making these things, they're going to have to like up the ante every single time. Like, but dear God, the action was so fun to watch, and so I'm really looking forward to Furious 7. Rest in peace, Paul Walker. It'll be nice to actually see you on a send-off of the franchise that you basically got famous for. So that's my thoughts on the Super Bowl trailers. Like I said, guys, I know it's not really much to talk about this week, but quick and easy, right? That's not what she said, because that's what I said. Yeah, that's the Super Bowl trailers for literally they just premiered all throughout the last 3 hours. So if you have any comments or questions about the Super Bowl trailers, comment in the place below my voice and let me know. I'd like to hear from you guys. So let's go over the box office results for the weekend. All right, this is going to be really fun, guys, because I'm ready to like rip into some assholes here. Okay, first before we start off, Mordecai came in at 16th place. If you guys remember last week, I said it came in at number 9. This week, it came in at number 16. You know what beat it? Game of Thrones in IMAX made more money than Mordecai. Johnny fucking Depp, listen to me. If you're in a dark warehouse somewhere and someone's got a bag over your head and they say, you have a choice. You can eat this rat poison that's baked into this sugar cookie, or you can listen to Real Me and Cole in the Movie Podcast. What do you want to suffer more from? And you pick this podcast and you're listening to this? I'm sick and tired of your bullshit characters, okay? Go back to your dramatic stuff. It obviously shows. Just fucking stop it. Just to give you guys a clue of like how much money it's hemorrhaging right now, its budget was 60. Double it, that's 120 to break even. It's made 12 worldwide so far. Holy shit. Get your act together, Johnny Depp. So, with that being said, number 10 was The Loft, and that also came out this week with 2.8 million. I heard this movie was garbage, and like I said, I can't comment on it because I don't want to bitch about it because I have not seen it, but everyone says it is terrible. It's got 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. 2.8 for a movie that's been on the shelf for like 4 years. Good luck. I don't know how you're gonna make your money back. It's probably made for cheap, so they probably will. All right, so let's get into the top 5 for the. Oh, sorry, I'm having some chest problems. Number 5 is The Boy Next Door, with 6 million. Its worldwide is 25, domestic 24, on a budget of 4. Guys, what are you doing? It already made its money back, plus some. Jennifer Lopez is probably swimming in a bunch of hundreds right now, making fun of you. Like, she just like, or she made a fucking toilet seat out of it and she's sitting her big fat ass on it. Didn't see the movie, but it looks awful. That's why I stayed away from it. Number 4 is Black or White, the Kevin Costner, Octavia Spencer movie. Made $6.4 million. Its budget is unknown, and that's how much it's made so far. It hasn't made anything worldwide, so I can't tell if it's doing good or not. Number 3, Project Almanac with $8.5 million on a budget of 12, and its worldwide total right now is at 10. Guys, these found footage movies are cheap as hell to make. Like, you have no idea. They will make their money back plus some every single time for the most part. So it's got to make $24 million to break even. I think it will. I mean, it's got 14 more million to go just to break even, but I think it can do it. I think it can. Number 2 is Paddington with 8.5, which is really strange because it was number 3 last week and it jumped up this week. It outbeat 3 movies. Like, Paddington and Project Almanac were really, really close. Project Almanac was 8.5. Paddington was 8.5 and 5,000, so made just a hair more. Its budget is unknown like usual, but it's up to 50 right now with a worldwide total of 196, so it's probably doing really well. Number one, again, for the third week in a row, American Sniper with 31 million. Guys, its budget is 58.8, so round it up 60. You have to double it to break even, so 120. Its worldwide total is 316. Oh, dear God. Or as Bradley Cooper would say as Rocket Raccoon, oh, yeah. So, listen, you guys know my thoughts about this movie. Last week I told you I did not like it. There are things I appreciated, like Bradley Cooper's performance and the cinematography. But other than that, I did not care for it. But I understand why it's making so much money. It's a war movie. There are veterans out there. There are snipers out there. They want to support the military. I understand. Just not for me. I'm sorry. I'm not for war. I'm not against a war. As a film, I did not like it. So, yeah. That's all I gotta say. So, got in on a sour note. So that's it for the box office results, guys. So, guys, that's it. Thank you for listening on another episode of this heinous podcast. Let me know in the comments below how my microphone is doing, because I'm using it for the very first time for you guys. Sorry for the episode being so short. I mean, there was just really nothing to talk about. I didn't see any movies this weekend. It was all about the Super Bowl trailers and movie news that dropped. It was kind of a news-heavy week. Next week, there's really nothing coming out again. I'll find something to talk about. Since it is February, I'll probably talk about some romance movies, maybe. But, yeah, you guys know the drill. I'll find something to talk about, and I will talk about it, giving you guys some good, semi-half-ass quality entertainment. So, if you guys want to follow me on Spreaker here, you can click that follow button. Just do that right there. I'm also on iHeartRadio, so you can find me there as well. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter to get updates on live shows and follow my antics, it's at Real Chase Lee, REEL Chase Lee. If you guys want to like my Facebook page to get updates on live shows when I post these things, and movie reviews, news, trailers, whatever, it's facebook.com/Real Reviews with Chase Lee. My YouTube page is youtube.com/Shabutnik75. Sorry, I just dropped a nail. It's youtube.com/ capital S, lowercase HABOOTNIK 75. Is that it? All social media accounted for? 10-4, buddy. Okay, that is it. So, I want to thank you guys for listening. You guys are what keep me going. You guys are the reason why I finally bought a microphone and got better at it. You guys are amazing. I love you all, and so I will continue to make this podcast better for you guys. And if it means getting a better microphone in the future, hopefully this one will work for now. So I want you guys to have a good night, a good day. And if you're listening to us while taking a shit, please, for the love of God and everything that is holy, do not shake my hand. I will wave to you from afar. I'm also curious. Can you guys tell me where you're from? I'm actually curious who listens to this and where you guys are at. I'm from Dallas, Texas. I want to know where all where my listeners are from. I'm curious to see where around the country, around the globe you guys are at. So I like to interact with you guys. So thank you for listening to Reel Me In: a movie podcast. I'm Chase Lee. You guys are awesome. I want you guys to just be cool, be awesome, and watch some movies. So that's it. I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye. Let me do that again because my computer's fucking up.